Hello people and hello universe, it's me again. Shout out sa inyo mga kababayan. Hello sa mga Marcos loyalists and supporters, mga Pilipino sa buong daigdig. Hello, ayan, manok pa more. Ang daming manok sa bahay ko, kapitbahay ko guys, kaya kasama sa sa vlogs ko. But anyway, good news for everybody. Ouch, sakit sa kalooban mga kababayan. Tiyak mag-react na naman mga DDS dito dahil super tinanggal na yung pagtatapyas ng husto sa budget ni Sara Duterte. Nakaw, sakit sa heart mga besa. Panoorin nyo ito, yung sinabi ni yung paliwanag ni Congressman Quiambo mga kababayan. Okay, pero mayroon lang ako nakikita dito. Sabi ni Sara Duterte, laging pinupolitika daw siya. Pero wag kayo, pero sila ang namumulitika, ng secretly. Bakit? Gusto niya makuha ang 2.37 billion dahil gusto niya tapatan ang ginagawa ni Pangulong Marcos Jr., ni Speaker at ni First Lady Lisa Marcos sa pagtutulong sa kapwa Pilipino. Gusto niyang tapatan yun. Bakit? For the next election. Para makuha niya ang simpatya ng taong bayan. Ganun lang ang teknik dyan. Di ba? Okay naman yun, na tinanggalan. Para naman hindi unfair sa mga nakaraang mga vice-presidente. Kayo naman mga kababayan. Pero maraming senador na umaalma dyan. Ilagay ko sa screen ko, okay? So yun guys, kayo pong balang humusga. Pakinggan nyo ang paliwanag ni Congressman Quiambo tungkol dito. See you again on my next upload video. Bye and babush. God bless Philippines. Eto na.
Decided to recommend a reduced budget for the office of the Vice President, and the reduction shall be split by the DSWD AIX program and the DOH MAIFIP program. So ipapaliwanag ko lang po na ang decision na ito ay isang committee decision. Ang Committee on Appropriations has 139 members, and with respect to the budget cut of the OVP, ito po ay naging unanimous decision among the members. At lilinawin ko rin po na hindi pa ito final approval ng Congress, ito po ay recommendation pa lang po ng Committee on Appropriations for the plenary. At kagabi naman po ay nag-second reading na rin po ang approved committee report na kung saan nakapaloob ang recommendation ng reduced budget for the OVP. So which means naka-calendar na po ang General Appropriations Bill as amended for plenary debates beginning September 16. And hopefully po, kung masusunod po namin ang schedule, hopefully, sana po wala masyadong eventful, ay matatapos po namin maaprubahan on third reading ang General Appropriations Bill by September 25. So yun po. At lilinawin ko rin po na meron pang another round of amendments. At ito po will be sa plenary na po. Doon na nga po on the week of September 16 to September 25. So, ang nangyari po is, while the Office of the Vice President, the DBM, proposed or recommended a budget of 2.037 billion for the OVP, kami naman po, ang Committee on Appropriations yesterday recommended, to be exact, 198 million pesos, which means merong cut of 1.293159 billion pesos. At ang reduction na yan ay ililipat po sa dalawang ahensya, and as I had mentioned earlier, for two programs, the DSWD AIX program, which is assistance for individuals in crisis situations, and the DOH MAIFIP, or the medical assistance for indigent and financially incapacitated patients. In other words, dalawa pong very important social protection programs ng ating gobyerno. So, ang specific items po na pinanggalingan nitong total cut of 1.293 billion pesos ay as follows: financial assistance, professional services, utility expenses, supplies and materials, as well as lease expenses. And ang dahilan po kung bakit ang items na ito ang naapektuhan, lahat po ay nanggaling po sa lahat po ng narinig po natin doon po sa dalawang hearings na naganap in the last weeks. So, mamaya po kung meron kayong katanungan on the details, I can provide those to you. So siguro just one last note before I take in questions. So again, we have one more round of amendments. Lilinawin ko, hindi pa ito final approval ng Congress. Meron pa tayong plenary debates. And pagkatapos po mapadala ang House version of GAB to the Senate, magkakaroon siyempre ng Senate deliberations. After ma-approve ang Senate version, meron pang bicameral meeting. After that, magkakaroon pa po ng ratification, meaning babalik pa po yan to both Congress and the Senate. And then after that, magkakaroon pa po ng President's approval because as you know, the President can veto and ang veto po is pwede po on a line item basis. In other words po, ganun po kahaba ang proseso ng ating budget approval, budget process, at malinaw po na napakarami pong tao na involved dito po sa pag-aproba ng budget. Hindi lang po 2 tao. And of course, after the budget is approved, alam naman po natin, ang budget execution is solely by the executive. So yun na lang muna po and I'm willing po to take questions.
Hi po, mauna na po
diba,
ako.
guys?
Kong Sela, Red Mendoza po from the
Matik
Manila
na yan.
Times. I know na yung budget cut po is on the House level. But what if the Senate retains those cuts? Ano pong masasabi niyo po doon? If the Senate retains the same amount na pinropose ng OVP. And number 2, removing of the lease contracts, does that mean natatanggalan niyo po ng power ang OVP to lease buildings for their satellite offices? So, ibig po sabihin, isasarap, parang you're technically removing the power of the OVP to have these satellite offices?
Doon po sa first question. So what happens if the Senate decides to approve a different version? So yun po ang dahilan kung bakit meron tayong bicameral meeting. So kung saan po kailangan magkita ang representatives ng Congress, representatives ng Senate, uupo po sila and they will have to iron out the differences to come up with a single version. Yun po ang dahilan bakit kailangan magkita-kita ulit pagkatapos po maaprubahan ng Senate naman ang kanilang version. At malamang sa dami po ng line items ng ating GAB, for sure, ay meron pong differences ang dalawang version. Ngayon po, pagdating po sa lease expenses, ang lumabas po sa ating pandinig ay marami pong opisina ang ating OVP, hindi lang isa, katulad ng ating mga previous vice presidents na they only maintained a single office. Lumabas naman po sa ating hearings na mayroong 10 satellite offices and 2 extension offices. And this is likely the reason why lease expenses umabot sa 53 million pesos na mas malaki ng diamak compared to the previous vice presidents. So, minabuti po naming balik po siya sa levels ng 2022 na kung saan ang vice president natin noon only maintained a single office.
Tama.
So, as I explained earlier, pagdating po sa budget execution, bahala na po ang executive dyan. exactly how they will use the 32 million that we had approved ay bahala na po sila doon. Kung magka-cancel po ba sila ng contracts, kung sila po ba ay magte-take in ng donations, that is completely up to them how they will implement or execute the budget. As far as we are concerned, kung ito po ay maging final number, yung approved amount of, yung recommended amount of 80.732 million, kung ma-reduce po siya to 30.426 million, how that will be spent exactly, kung in the end one contract lang siya, that is completely up to them. Yes.
Ma'am, kasi I heard nga po the word donation. So, if ever man nagkulang po yung budget ng OVP, are they allowed to take in donations?
Yes, they are allowed. There is a general provision in our GAA. They are allowed to take in donations so long as if those donations come from foreign governments, meron pong kailangan na clearance from the Office of the President. Yun lang po ang limitation po.
Hi, Stella Krisha from The Inquirer po. Ma'am, can you walk us through how the committee eventually decided to slash the budget po?
So, ang lumabas po sa ating hearings is, of course, nagkaroon ng problema sa paggamit ng confidential funds. But moot and academic naman because last year pa lang ay tinanggal na natin ang confidential funds. Wala pong proposed budget for confidential funds in 2025. So at least that's out of the way. Pagdating naman po sa regular programs, ang lumabas sa hearing ay number 1, tila napakadaming opisina. Bakit? Whereas the previous vice presidents did not have those nationwide offices.
Yeah,
Number 2, bakit napakadaming social programs na ini-implement, tila redundant? Bakit merong sariling medical assistance program, meron naman tayong MAIFIP sa DOH?
Tama.
Bakit merong sariling burial assistance, meron naman tayong AIX sa DSWD? At ang AIX at saka MAIFIP, these are mga programa na subok na.
Duplicated.
So, yun ang mga dalawang, kumbaga, nangibabaw na findings mula sa COA. And at the same time, lumabas din po na mababa ang utilization rate. Ang dami pong natirang pondo mula sa social programs. And at the same time, meron din lumabas na mga problema, implementation problems resulting from lack of implementation details or protocol according to the COA. At kung naalala niyo po ay halos may mga similar problems doon po sa DepEd, tulad po ng mga problema sa delivery, nagka-problema po sa mga nabubulok ng mga tinapay, etc. Yeah. So, ang sabi namin is, why don't we just transfer the funds for financial assistance to the national government agencies na subok na.
Tama.
It doesn't mean na mababawasan ang kanyang pagtulong, ang pagtulong ng OVP. Ang sinasabi lang po natin is ililipat lang natin doon sa mga ahensya na yan at pwede nang kunin ng OVP ang allocation nila doon mismo sa DSWD at DOH, katulad po ng ginagawa ng Congress at ng Senate. At on our part, by transferring those funds, that ensures the OVP na meron silang sapat na alokasyon na kakayanin nilang ma-implement. So ganun po ang naging main decision. And at the same time po, as I had mentioned earlier, pagdating sa rent, na-explain ko na po yun. And at the same time, tinignan din po namin yung professional services na tila malaki ang budget for consultants.
Hala.
Good morning, Kong Hana po from Billionario News Channel. Ma'am, clarify ko lang, medyo technical question. May breakdown na po ba dun sa amount na mapupunta sa AIX and dun sa MAIFIP?
Yes. So, ang mapupunta po sa AIX ay additional 646,532,796. At sa MAIFIP naman, ang dagdag po dyan is 646,533,796. As you can see, almost equal amounts. And at the same time, I would like to note that this would include yung professional services. So yung professional services na tinanggal po natin sa OVP ay inilipat po natin dito po sa DSWD at sa DOH. In other words, kung meron mga job order or consultants na tumutulong po sa ating Vice President to implement her social programs, ang sabi po namin, we will put that allocation for those people doon po sa mga ahensya. In other words, ang naging very important principle is wala po tayong job. We will preserve jobs. Yun ang naging napaka-importanting pinag-isipan po.
Okay po, thank you po.
Question. Okay. Kung ibig sabihin mo ba, kasi kinompute ko itong sa propose nung OBP, DBM sa OBP, yung financial assistance subsidies, 947 million, under nun yung medical assistance, educational assistance, burial assistance, magnegosyo taday, pagkatapos dun sa supplies and materials welfare goods, 295 million pesos, under nun yung pagbabago campaign bags, disaster operation, rice food bags, kalusugan, food truck, pansarap, lahat ba to wala na sa OBP Social Services budget?
So yung pong financial assistance amounting to 947,445,000, yan po is completely transferred. Okay? At yung portion naman po ng ibang nabanggit niyo po na welfare goods, which are under supplies and materials, we estimated that to be about 200 million. Kaya yun po ang inalis po natin doon po sa by object na supplies and materials expense. So ang proposed po is 401,227,000. So we removed 200 million from that. So ang matitira po is 201,227,000.
Yan, dapat ganyan.
Ma'am, last na lang pong follow-up. Kasi the OVP has a libreng sakay program. Maapektuhan po ba yung libreng sakay program na yon? Kasi medyo may component din yun sa kanilang budget. And by how much po matatanggal sa libreng sakay program nila?
Well, judging po from, at least from the 2023 report, there were procurements amounting to, kung natatandaan ko correctly, about 24 million pesos for vehicles. So, tingin ko po, since nabili na po yun, ay pwede na po nilang ipagpatuloy yun. At meron naman po natitirang pondo para sa other MOE expenses para sa gasolina. So, not necessarily po, no? Again, it's completely up to them na ipagpatuloy ang programa na yun.
Diskarte lang yan.
Good morning po, Kong Rose po sa UNTV. As the Senior Vice Chairperson of the Appropriations Committee, can you address the beneficiaries of the social service programs of the Office of the Vice President that will be affected by the pending budget cuts, considering the Vice President Duterte's statements na there were reports na napupolitika po yung social services program of DSWD?
Sa mga benepisyaryo po ng ating OVP, huwag po kayong mag-alala. Dahil ang pondo po natin para sa Social Services Program ay intact po at nilagay po natin sa DSWD at DOH ang mga under specific programs, AIX and MAIFIP na sa totoo lang po, subok na po in terms of service delivery.
Yan, good
yung
yan.
pong sinasabing GL, yung guarantee letter na ini-issue ng DOH, yun po yung MAIFIP. Pagdating naman po sa yung binibigay po na assistance ng DSWD, yung burial assistance, medical assistance, educational assistance, at kung ano-ano pang assistance, food packs, etc. Ito naman po yung AIX. So, ito pong 947 million, yan po, buong-buo po, plus more, kasi including yung budget po para sa para sa mga consultants or JO, para sigurado po na talagang ma-deliver ng maayos ang serbisyo sa inyo. Yan din po ay nilipat natin sa mga tamang ahensya.
Yes, good yan.